They were really, really good in the first half. We could never overcome that. They shot the heck out of it, obviously, to shoot 58% from the field, 64 from three, and 11 made threes. Disappointed in us defensively. That's where we've probably been the best this year. And in two consecutive halves, the second half against Vanderbilt when they shot 59%, and then the first half here for them to shoot 58. It's a shame because it was our best offensive performance. We were able to make 8 threes in the first half, and to score 44 points, to have 77, which is the most we've had all year. It's disappointing that it's in a loss. I thought defensively we were a little bit better in the second half, but we just could never overcome that initial first 20 minutes of how they bombarded us with threes. So, got some good things to learn from. We did some good stuff, but we got to get back to work, and we got to be able to put it all together.
What fell short in the three-point defense, you think?
They were able to get penetration. They were able to get to the middle. They were able to get out in transition and got some there. But I think a lot of it in the first half, just they were able to get the ball to the middle. And one of the things we talked about coming into this game was containing penetration. And we didn't do a good job of that. Rogers was able to penetrate when we tried to go zone. The ball got to the middle, and then they were just spraying it out. We didn't fight a couple times to get over top of a ball screen, so now they overloaded the side, and they were able to get the ball to the corners. Again, just some breakdowns on our part, and we knew they were a really good shooting team. They were made 16 in their last game. They shoot 27 a game, but we just, again, for them to make 11 in the first half is not who we've been. It's uncharacteristic of who we've been, and again, disappointing.
When we talked to Femi after the last game, he talked about there was a lot of bickering, he felt like, amongst the team and some of the communication problems. Is that something that you saw carry into this game, part of the problem, or what did you attribute more?
I didn't see that. Maybe it was some stuff on the court with it, but I didn't see that.
How much do you attribute the game turning when Femi picked up his second and they were able to kind of take advantage right there? I think they went on like a 17-3 run after that.
Yeah, well, certainly we need him on the court.
Yeah.
He's a guy that's one of our best offensive players, but he's also one of our better defensive players. And when he's out there, we need him talking too. I think when he talks and he's like really into it, then we're a different basketball team. But certainly having him pick up his second foul that early was, not great for us.
Jeff, last year you had games like Syracuse and games where things were going well in the first half, but there was a leader or a catalyst somewhere who could get things started. Who is that guy on your roster that you can look to and say, like, hey, this is the guy I can count on to lead my guys moving forward?
Yeah, I'm not sure we had one last year, and I'm not sure we have one this year. We had some older guys last year, but I don't think we had one guy last year that I felt like was the leader of our team. I don't think we had that, and I don't think we have one guy this year that stepped up and, hey, this isn't going to happen, or we have to do this, or this is not going to happen to us anymore. Unfortunately, we haven't had that.
How much of that is a problem?
It's an issue. I mean, look, we need everyone. Look, we're a young team, and I'm not trying to make an excuse, but that's who we are. Our most veteran guys that are playing right now are sophomores that have played for us. We certainly have some older guys that transferred in, but have played at this level, played at Pitt, played in the ACC. They're sophomores, and so it's a learning experience for them. I don't think we have any of them, the sophomore that are like just natural leaders, like the Brandon Knights or the Krausers or the Fields, the guys like that, or James Robinsons. That's something that we unfortunately haven't had.
Jeff, the first 7 minutes of the second half, actually 9 minutes, you held them to like 7 points. You really got after it on defense. Do you feel like that's who you can be, that little capsule, like defensively?
Yeah, I do. Paul, we've been pretty good defensively this year. If you look at the the season stats before this game. Now, obviously, it'll change after this game, but before this game, teams were shooting 43% against us. I think 42 point something, and they were shooting about 33% from three. That's not bad. That's not bad. In the last 3 games, those numbers were about 38% from the floor and about 28% from three. And so we've been pretty good on that end. Just the last half of Vanderbilt and the first half of this game, we weren't. You know, in the second half of this game, I think they were about 34% from the field, 34.8. So that's who we have to be. That's who we have to be. You know, I've said we have to win ugly. And we have to understand that all the time. And we have to do it every time we step on the court.
Jeff, what's a rallying point that you can see your team focusing on to turn things around?
Well, again, I thought we did some good things today. For us to score 77 points, for us to make 11 threes, you know, I thought that was good for us. So hopefully we can carry over and have some confidence. Guys saw the basketball go into, you know, like you made some shots. Hopefully that's a cap that we can carry over, and then we can get back to playing defense like we played the second half today and like we had played, you know, for most of the season. Obviously the turnover thing's a big thing for us. That's an area where we really have to get better. To have 14 and they capitalize off of them. You know, we really have to do, and some of these today were unforced, and so we have to do a much better job of that.
Jeff, Jim was saying that they ran a lot of different guys at John to try to keep him out of the paint. How much did you guys recognize in the second half that he was your go-to, and how much does that maybe need to be part of the identity of this offense, is getting the ball inside to him?
Well, it has to be, and it has been. But the other thing that has to happen is that we have to make shots. You know, I don't know if you were watching, they weren't guarding our guys towards the end because they looked at the percentages coming in and the fact that we had only made 13 threes. So they didn't guard our guys. And so it's easier to guard John when you're not making shots. You can collapse the defense. The fact that we made some shots today kind of helped John and helped the spacing out a little bit. So it goes hand in hand. We need John. Like, there's absolutely no question about that. Like, we need him. We need him to be good for us. We need him to finish. You know, he was 8 for 10, 5 for 7 from the free throw line. That was good. But we also need all the other stuff. Offense wasn't our problem today. It was not our problem. If we had one problem offensively, it was the turnovers. You know, we lost this game because we didn't defend at the standard that we need to defend at.